Text 1. Understanding managers' functions. Research indicates that many managers fail to perform their functions that make it difficult to achieve the company goal. Theoretically, managers perform various functions, but one of the most important and least understood aspects of their jobs is proper utilization of people. Since research reveals that worker performance is closely related to motivation, keeping employees motivated is an essential component of good management. In a business context, motivation refers to the stimulus that directs the behavior of workers toward the company goals. To motivate workers to achieve company goals, managers should satisfy their fundamental needs for material survival. Absence of these factors results in poor morale and dissatisfaction. Although important, these fundamental needs do not provide the primary motivation for many workers in highly industrial societies, especially at the professional or technical levels. Their increased motivation is more likely to occur when workers meet their personal growth. To appeal to both fundamental and personal needs of workers, innovative management approaches, such as job enrichment and job enlargement, have been adopted in many organizations. Many employees are motivated to perform more effectively because through job enrichment, they are trusted with more authority in making decisions, and with increases number of tasks through job enlargement. Thus, by improving the quality of work life through satisfaction of fundamental and personal needs, managers attempt to direct the behavior of workers toward the company goals. A. Reading comprehension. Based on the text you just listened, please choose the correct answer, A, B, C, or D. 1. What happens if fundamental needs are not satisfied? A. It results in responsibility and innovation. B. It creates the desire for recognition and security. C. It increases poor morale and discontent. D. It results in maintenance of positive attitude. 2. How do managers motivate their workers? A. By fulfilling their personal hobbies. C. By satisfying their fundamental needs. B. By fulfilling their spiritual goals. D. By satisfying individual goals. 3. In general, satisfaction of material survival would be represented in A. A high salary and unprotected job. B. A high salary but poor working conditions. C. A good salary and unlimited working hours. D. A good salary and job security. 4. One of the least understood aspects of managers' job is A. Good utilization of people. C. Proper standard of management. B. Proper usage of various functions. D. Good performance of people. 5. Why is it important to have motivated employees? Because research reveals that A. Motivation is related to performance research. B. Performance is highly respected by employees. C. Performance is greatly influenced by motivation. D. Motivation is the key to good employees. 6. Which innovative management approach gives workers more authority in making decisions? A. Job enrichment. C. Job alteration. B. Job enlargement. D. Job recognition. 7. What is the meaning of motivation in the workplace? A. Principle that the workers have to perform effectively. B. Aspects that improve the morale of workers in life. C. Energy that leads them to maintenance of workplace. D. Stimulus that leads workers' behavior toward the company goals. 8. For which workers is satisfaction of fundamental needs is not important? A. Professional workers in highly industrial countries. B. Most professional or technical workers in Indonesia. C. Professional workers in underdeveloped societies. D. Poor and unmotivated technical workers. 9. Job enrichment is established, for example, in the form of A. Checking the quality of management team. B. Keeping workers motivated to achieve company goals. C. Taking responsibility for scheduling workflow. D. Making sure that the deadlines are extended. 10. Instead of primary fulfillment, what kind of individual needs would motivate professionals? A. Working mutual understanding and education. B. Personal growth, self-realization, and education. C. Learning self-reflection and spiritual enrichment. D. Learning self-awareness and physical growth. 11. Wise managers could respond to employees' personal needs by satisfying their desire for recognition. A. Growth, responsibility, and hard work. B. Promotion, fringe benefits, and more difficult job. C. Development, personal popularity, and ambition. D. Responsibility, promotion, and more interesting work. 12. What should be the best title for this text? A. Workers' performance and managers' motivation. B. Innovative management and utilization of workers. C. Management and improvement of work-life quality. D. Management and human resources development. 13. Which management approach gives workers increasing number of tasks? A. Job enrichment. B. Job enlargement. C. Job alternation. D. Job recognition. 14. This task enlargement allows workers to A. Exchange position with managers. B. Group themselves or assemble the entire machine. C. Assemble just one component or the entire machine. D. Rotate position or do several jobs. 15. What can you conclude from this text? To achieve the company goals, managers should also focus on A. Satisfaction of fundamental needs. B. Satisfaction of personal needs. C. Improvement of human resources. D. Stimulation for management. B. Vocabulary. Choose A, B, C, or D. Which one has the closest in meaning to the underlined word? 1. It is possible to divide the organizing function into two stages. A. Positions. B. Phases. C. Functions. D. Alternatives. 2. One of the roles of supervisors is to direct workers in order to maximize their talents and increase their efficiency. A. Obtain. B. Guide. C. Watch. D. Enrich. 3. Various factors influence and modify the decision-making environment. A. Alter. B. Tend. C. Direct. D. Lead. 4. Governments often place limitations on the type of goods that can be imported. A. Restrictions. B. Positions. C. Extension. D. Enlargement. 5. In developing alternatives, a decision maker uses imagination in order to think of new, unique potential solution. A. Flexibility. B. Creativity. C. Decision. D. Solution. 6. Once a decision has been reached, it is important to execute the chosen alternative at the appropriate time. A. Implement. B. Imply. C. Exclude. D. Extend. 7. Plans set up in the first stage are subject to revision throughout the duration of the project. A. Established. B. Allocated. C. Achieved. D. Located. 8. Organizational goals generally are achieved by successfully combining the functions of planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. A. Attained. B. Increased. C. Decreased. D. Alternated. 9. In order to apportion human resources properly, managers compare company objectives with the available resources. A. Achieve. B. Increase. C. Mange. D. Allocate. 10. Managers should periodically check to see how well comprehensive company goals detailed in the planning phase are being met. A. Overall. B. Operation. C. Output. D. Income. C. Grammar. Please choose A, B, C, or D to complete the sentence. Decision makers. Data to develop potential solutions to a problem. Therefore, the accumulation of reliable data is an important aspect of the decision-making process. Decision makers. Their data to make sure that it is indeed valid may be determined by age of data, size of sample, methods used to obtain the dataset. There are as to how much time and money a decision maker can devote to data, so the of time and money is determined by the importance of the problem. Although the accumulation and analysis of data are prerequisites for the development of feasible to a problem, having reliable data does not, unfortunately, that a solution will be found. Now please do the grammar exercise. You can pause the video until you finish the exercise. D. Writing. Write a hortatory text consisting of 150 to 175 words. Make sure your writing consists of 1. Thesis, start with an issue concern. 2. Arguments, reasons for concern that will lead to recommendation. 3. Recommendation, statement of what should or should not happen or be done. The topic is achieving the company goals. Now, please do the writing exercise. You can pause the video until you finish the exercise. E. Speaking. If you were a manager of a company, what would you do to achieve your company's goal? Now, please do the speaking exercise. You can talk with your friends or in front of a mirror. You can pause the video until you finish the exercise.